Hi, good evening, my dear students, all of you. Good evening. And you know, here the Excel Educational Center is continuing our fourth session of YouTube live streaming. Okay, so today, my dear students, you know, here we are dealing 3 chapters today, my dear students. Okay, there are 3 chapters and 2 chapters from biology and 1 chapter from chemistry. Okay, so myself Anish and I'm going to discuss 2 biology topics today, my dear students. Okay, and after my session, Mahesh sir is waiting for the next session, the second session, and is dealing with the chapter carbon and its compounds. It seems to be one of the difficult topic in grade 10 science. Okay, so anyway, you know, day after tomorrow we are waiting for the day, right? Okay, so the March 2nd, you know, we are going to explore our science examination. Okay, so my dear students, you know, now we are going to discuss the chapters control and coordination and heredity. And you know, most of the students are having some confusions, or most of the students are having some troubles in the that heredity of the chapter total one second. From the beginning. Okay, hi all, good evening all. Actually, my dear students, you know, we are going to start the chapter heredity, and you know, without wasting the time, I'm directly moving to the first question, because you know, the day after tomorrow you're going to write your exam, right? So that's why the first question, all of you listen, and you have to participate in the class by putting comments, my dear students. Okay, and we can start, you know, the day after tomorrow. That is very important. No, the March 2nd we are going to explore the science examination. So listen, my dear students, you know, the first question, and you know, before moving into the question, as you all know that the genetics, you know, heredity is the topic that is related with the study of genes, right? The study of inheritance, right? And you know, the Gregor John Mendel, whenever we are starting the chapter, you know, always we keep in our mind, you can see the eminent personality, the eminent scientist, the father of genetics, and nothing but, you know, the Gregor John Mendel. And he was born in Austria, and he conducted a lot of experiments in garden pea plant, and the scientific name of garden pea plant, and that is Pisum sativum, and that also, you know, that the scientific name of garden pea plant, and that is Pisum sativum. And you know, that word Pisum sativum is not given in the textbook, my dear students, but whatever, whenever there is any question related with the experimental plant of Mendel, you must write the garden pea plant, that is Pisum sativum. Whenever you are writing the scientific name, the first letter is capital letter, and you know, all other letters are small letter. And you know, when you're writing, you know, when it is handwritten, that should be separately underlined, and that is a rule. That is a rule, my dear students. Whenever you are asked to write a scientific name, there are some rules are there. There are some universal rules are there, which is the first rule. You know, the first letter is capital, all other letters are small letter, and separate underline. Okay, and you know, he is known as the father of genetics. The reason he conducted a lot of experiments in Pisum sativum. Okay, and here, you know, look at the question. What is the question here? And you know, if a pure tall plant, and all of you can read the question from the board itself. If a pure tall pea plant is closed, what do you mean by pure tall? As you all know that, the Mendel conducted experiments in Pisum sativum. How many traits he studied, my dear students? And he studied 7 traits, my dear students. He conducted experiments in Pisum sativum. There are 7 traits are there. And for example, the first trait, he studied, that is nothing but height, that. And each trait, there are 2 contrasting traits are there. And height, you can see one is called a tall and other one is called a short. And some textbook it is given dwarf anyway, and short or dwarf both are same. And here you can see if it is tall, there are 2 different types of tall. One is pure one. What do you mean by pure tall? What do you mean by pure tall? It is homozygous tall. What do you mean by homozygous? Capital T, capital T. So capital T is called pure tall. Capital T is called homozygous tall. And there is one more tall is there, and that is called capital T small t. What is capital T small t? It is not pure, because it is having a dominant allele, it is having a recessive allele. So that's why if it is capital T, both are dominant alleles, right? And they are pure. And small t are pure because they are recessive. They are homozygous. Capital T homozygous. Small t homozygous. And what about capital T small t, my dear student? Capital T small t, it is not pure. It is heterozygous. The word heterozygous. So here you can see, so there are 7 traits are there, and for the time I am mentioning only one, that is called what the height. You can see tall and short, and short, as you all know, that it is recessive one, so that's why small t. And here look at the board. If a pure tall pea plant, what is a pure tall? Pure tall means what? And that is capital T. So here I am writing capital T, my dear students. Capital T. Pure tall pea plant is crossed with a pure dwarf plant. So here it is crossing with a pure dwarf plant. And dwarf plant, no need to say pure, because dwarf plant, recessive plant means what? Always homozygous. Only the confusion is there in the dominant. Dominant, there are 2 types of dominant: homozygous dominant and heterozygous dominant. If it is capital T dominant, it is called homozygous dominant, the pure one. If it is capital T small t a dominant, that is not pure, my dear students, heterozygous dominant. And here you can see this is the capital T, a pure tall. And here you can see it is given pure tall plant. This is the pure tall plant, and is closed with a pure dwarf pea plant, and this is the dwarf pea plant. And what percentage of F1 and F2? Easy question, right? And what is the answer? I think you can easily give me the answer. Here, from here, one gamete is the capital T. Here one gamete is the small t. When they combine, you can see capital T, small t. And this is the F1 generation. All F1 generation, they are all tall. So F1 generation, all offsprings are tall, right? And what will happen? And how can we find out F2 generation? And this capital T small t are crossing with the capital T small t. And what is F1 generation? F1 generation is always and cross pollination. And F2 generation is always cell pollination. Why it is called cross? Because both are different. And why this is called self? Both are same. So that's why it is called self, you can see. So what will be the answer, my dear student? And here there are 2 gametes. Capital T will be there, small t will be there. Here also 2 capital T will be there, small t will be there. And after doing the RC, the Reginald C. Punnett square, my dear student, RC Punnett square, we are getting the ratio 3 tall is to 1 dwarf, you can see. What is the ratio? And whenever there is a question related with ratio, all students are writing, generally they are writing 3:1. My dear students, you are not supposed to write 3:1 first. What is 3, what is 1, that is very, very important, right? And all students are there. After doing the course, they are start writing 3:1 is the ratio. What is 3, what is 1? So that's why it is your responsibility. After doing the course, you have to write 3 tall is to 1 dwarf, and that is equal to 3:1. That is the right method, my dear students. If you write 3:1 only, how the examiner can analyze what is 3, what is 1. So that is why you have to do one thing. What is first 3 is tall, and the next 1 is dwarf, means 3:1. After writing this only, you can write that 3:1. Clear or not? Please come on, my dear students, please. Your response is the only energy, my dear students. And here you can see what is that. And what is the genotypic ratio? 1 capital T is to 2 capital T small t is to 1 small t is equal to 1:2:1. This is the phenotypic ratio, and this is the genotypic ratio. And genotypic ratio, what is that? 1:2:1. What is 1? And this is the pure tall. What is capital T small t? This is the heterozygous tall, and this is the small t, that is homozygous dwarf, you can see. So 1. So this 1 plus 2, that is 3. So tall itself there are 2. And look at the board, my dear student. The tall itself is of 2 different types. The 3 tall itself is of 2 different types, 1 tall and 2 tall. Means 3 itself is divided into 2. 1 tall and 1 homozygous tall and 2 heterozygous tall. So from this explanation itself, it's very clear that what will be the answer. And the first question here, you can see what is the percentage of F1. Here the question is crossed with the pure dwarf pea plant. Then what percentage of F1 and F2 generation respectively will be tall? The question is tall, they are asking. So tall, you can see, as you all know that what is that? What is F1 generation? Look at the board. F1 generation, all are tall, right? So that's why what is the answer? You can see 100%, and no need to move to the next one, because from here itself you got the answer. It is 100%. Okay, so 100% D. Okay, you are already given the answer, my dear student, and D is the answer, 100%. And what is F2? F2, you can see how many of them are tall. Look at the board. In F2, how many of them are tall? 3:1. That 3 is tall. So that's why 75%, right? And that's why 75%. So this is the right answer. There may be a chance for asking this type of questions in day after tomorrow. Okay, so you keep in mind, whenever this type of questions are asked, whether you have to, first of all, you have to read whether it is normal tall or pure tall. If it is normal tall, you can consider whether it is homozygous and heterozygous, or if it is given pure tall, you must write capital T only, capital T only. It is a pure tall. Okay, so without wasting the time, I'm moving into the next question. Okay, I think it is clear. All of you, please give me an answer, my dear students. Is it clear or not? Please. The next question, my dear students. Okay, that is a little bit difficult question compared to the first one. The second one is a little bit difficult, my dear students. Okay, so here you can see Sahil, a person performed, and Sahil performed an experiment to study. So you can read the question, my dear student. Sahil performed an experiment to study the pattern of inheritance of one gene. One gene means what? It is monohybrid. And we have to study 2 crosses. You can see one is called monohybrid cross, another one is called dihybrid cross. And here you can see this is the monohybrid cross, right? So Sahil performed an experiment to study the pattern of inheritance of one gene, that is monohybrid cross. He crossed with the pure, he crossed the seeds with the pure yellow. Again the word pure. Pure yellow means, as you all know, that capital Y, pure yellow. And pure green means what? A small y. Whenever it is green, you are not supposed to write small g. Okay, so which one is the dominant one? The seed color. The dominant color is yellow. The recessive color is green. So yellow, since yellow is the dominant, we are taking the first letter of the dominant allele. What is the first letter? Yellow. What is the first letter? Y. So that's why capital Y means pure yellow. Small y means what? Pure green. Okay, and when we are doing the cross, I don't want to do the cross because the same thing. But what are the questions? And we have to answer 4 questions here. Note one, there are 4 questions are important question, my dear students. Listen, what will be the phenotype and genotype in F1 generation? Okay, so the same thing here, capital Y will be there, and here small y will be there. When we are doing the cross pollination, here we're taking capital Y, small y, it is yellow. And from the first step itself, and we got the answer. What is that? What will be the phenotype? What do you mean by phenotype, my dear students? Phenotype means what? What is expressed is called a phenotype. Is capital Y, small y expressed? No, my dear student. Yellow color is expressed. So that's why, what is the phenotype? The answer is yellow. Hey, what is expressed in F1 generation? Yellow. Why yellow is expressed? As you all know that capital Y is the dominant one, my dear student. Capital Y is the dominant one. A dominant allele can completely dominate over the recessive allele. So dominant, which is the dominant one? Capital Y is the dominant one. Small y is the recessive one. Recessive one is always suppressed, right? So here you can see the capital Y can completely dominate over small y. That's why yellow color is expressed. Expressed means what? That is phenotype, and that's why yellow. And one more question is there, my dear student. One more question is there. That is genotype. What is the genotype? Yellow color is the phenotype, right? So that's why capital Y, small y. And you have to write capital Y, small y is the genotype, and yellow is the phenotype. Easy, right? Okay, moving into the next one. Give reason. Oh, this type of questions are always a frequently only asking a previous year question, my dear students. What is that? Give a reason why only one trait is expressed. Hey, give reason why only one trait is observed. We took a yellow colored seed, we took a green colored. Listen please, all of you. We took a yellow colored seed and we took a green colored seed. When they combine, why only yellow color? What happened to the green color? What happened to the green color? Oh, that is always an important one. Yellow color is inherited, right? And green color is inherited, right? And why? Where is the green color? As you all know that green color is a recessive trait. Green color is a recessive trait. And what about yellow color? Yellow color is the dominant one, right? What do you mean by dominant? Dominating, most occurring one. So dominant trait is always dominating over the recessive one. So what is the answer for? Give reason why only one trait is observed, because one is the yellow color is dominant over green color. That's why the reason yellow is observed, and you can see the green color is suppressed, recessive. That is the second question. Most of the cases you can see from heredity, you can expect a 4 marks question in case study based question and a 1 MCQ type question, 4 plus 1, 5 marks. Generally the pattern is like that. There may be chance for some difference. Whatever it may be, you can expect a question in case study means what? And there are so many sub questions are there. And when you are writing the board examination, there are so many students are there and they are skipping some questions in between the sub questions, and they start writing the question, but in between some questions they are not doing that. So that's why the reason it's an important question, my dear students. Okay, moving into the next one. What is the next one? The second question we discussed. What is it? When F1 plants, already we got F1 plants here. What is that? Capital Y, small y. And when F1 plants are cell-pollinated. Okay, so we can do that cross again. What is that? F1 plants means what? Capital Y, small y, right? Capital Y, small y, that is F1. Cell pollinated means what? Capital Y, a small y. And here we are getting capital Y, one gamete, a small y, another gamete. Here also capital Y, one gamete, and here one small y, one gamete. And we already discussed the RC Punnett square we studied, right? And here the capital Y and here the small y. Whenever you are writing the gamete, everything must be circled, my dear students. And here one capital Y, here one small y, and in the first box capital Y, the yellow colored one, and here the capital Y, small y, here also the yellow colored one, here also the capital Y, small y, the yellow colored one. So the first three are yellow in color, and what is the third one, my dear student? And small y, and that is the only green in color. So the same ratio we discussed before, but the 3 yellow is to 1 green, 3 is to 1, and 1 capital Y is capital Y is to 2 capital Y, small y is to 1 small y, it is given to 1 is to 2 is to 1. But the ratio is not asked, my dear students. They asked about what? When F1 plants are cell pollinated, a total of 800. This is the question. This is a question we need, my dear students, because some students are having a confusion related with the number, and this much total number of young ones are produced. How many of them are pure green? How many of them are pure white? Like that, there is chance for asking the question. Okay, so whenever there is a number based question, you can expect a number based question on day after tomorrow, my dear student. And whenever there is a number based question, what you have to do? What you have to do is, listen please, my dear students, what is that? Here, how many? The number is very important. What is that? 800. Always, that 800, in a problem based question, first of all, what are the data given are very, very important, right? First of all, we are writing 800 seeds are produced in F2 generation. Here it's already given when F1 plants are cell pollinated. When F1 plants are cell pollinated, we are getting F2, right? And that F2, how many? You can see 800 seeds. And what is the question? What is the question? Among these, how many of them are? It's an important topic, my dear student. How many of them are? How many of them are pure yellow? How many of them are pure violet? How many of them are green? There are 3 questions you have to answer, my dear students. And before that, again, you have to go through that particular question itself. Here you look at the board, my dear students. Look at the board, please. Here 800 seeds are produced, right? The question is, how many of them are pure yellow? Can you give me the answer, my dear student? How many of them are pure yellow? So in that question, we have to do one thing. First of all, this is a monohybrid cross, right? So that's why whenever a number is given, what you have to do, my dear students, that number divided by 4. That is very important, my dear student. And you know, if it is a monohybrid cross, why divided by 4? Because there are 4 boxes are there in a Punnett square, right? And if it is monohybrid cross, you must divide it with 4. If it is a monohybrid cross, you keep in your mind it must be divided with 4. If it is a dihybrid one, can you give me the answer? If it is a dihybrid one, if there is a number based question, if it is a dihybrid one, you have to divide it with 16, 16, 1, 6, 16. Why 16? Because in dihybrid cross, in F2 generation, there are 16 boxes you studied. 4 gametes in the first parent and 4 gametes in the second parent. 4 into 4, 16, right? So if it is a dihybrid cross, you have to divide it with 16, but it is monohybrid, right? And it is you have to divide it with 4. So that's why 800 divided by 4, that is 200. Okay, so 800 divided by 4, that is 200. So 200 means what? That 200 means what? Each one we are taking into a 200. So that's why. Then what is the ratio? What is the ratio? And it is 3:1. 3 yellow. Look at the board, my dear student. 3 yellow is to 1 green. So how can we substitute the value? If it is 3 yellow, total 800, my dear students. You know, so what is that? The 200 multiplied with 3. Hey, 200 multiplied with 3 means what? Here, how many? How many, please? 200 to 3, that is 600, my dear students. 600 yellow, and you know, here you can see, and 200 multiplied with 1, and that is 200. So out of the 800, 600 seeds are yellow and the remaining 200 seeds are green. 600 plus 200, 800. So total seeds produced 800. Out of the 800, 3:1. 75% is to 25%. The 75% of 800. And you know, some students are having a confusion. 75%. How can we find out percentage? No need to do that procedure. What you can do that, whenever there is a number based question, if it is a monohybrid cross, divide with 4. Easy, no? Divide with 4. Easy, no? That division is easier, right? And you know, after that one you have to multiply with 3. You are getting 600. And that one you are multiply with 1. And that is you are getting 200, my dear students. Okay, so but the question is not, what is the question again? Is it yellow? No, my dear student, they didn't ask yellow. They asked about pure yellow. So you know, yellow and pure yellow, I already told you. Yellow means what? Both homozygous and heterozygous. Both capital Y and capital Y small y. If they asked about yellow, you can write 600 the answer. But here the question is pure yellow. What is pure yellow? So that's why again we have to do one more. What is the ratio? What is the ratio? 1 capital Y is to 2 capital Y is to 1 small y. Because if you want to find out the what we can say the homozygous or heterozygous condition, you should move to the genotypic ratio, not the phenotypic, genotypic ratio. And here you can see, so that's why the same numbers, the number is same 200 itself. So 200 multiply with 1. What is that? 200 is 2. And that 200 multiply with this 2. And 200 multiply with 2, that is our 400, my dear student, is 2. Again 200 multiply with 1, that is 200, my dear student. So 200 plus 400 plus 200, 1 is to 2 is to 1. 200 plus 400 plus 200, that is again 800, right? So 600 plus 200, 800. 200 plus 400 plus 200, that is also 800, my dear student. But the question is, how many seeds are pure yellow? You know, which one is pure yellow? Is it capital Y pure yellow, or capital Y small y pure yellow? As you all know that capital Y small y, the pure yellow, sorry, capital Y, the pure yellow. So that's why the answer is 200. The answer is 200, my dear students, 200. Okay, so this is the pure yellow and this is the heterozygous one. This is the homozygous one. So what is the answer? You know, you keep in your mind, this is 6 yellow. Look at the board, the 600 yellow, right? 600 yellow is divided into 2. What is that? 600 yellow is divided into 200 pure yellow and 400 heterozygous yellow. Always you keep in your mind the logic. So altogether, how can I conclude that question? What is that? Whenever there is any question based, number based questions are given, what you have to do that? You have to take that number divided by 4 and multiply with the ratio. Okay, so you know, this is the number given. Look at the board, my dear student. This is the number given, divided by 4 and multiply with the ratio. 800 divided by 4, that is 200, and the 200 multiply with the 3, that is 600. 200. 200 multiplied with 1, that is 200. That is the method, my dear students. If they are, so again, moving into the question again. And here you can see pure yellow. What is the answer? What is the answer? Pure yellow, that is 200, my dear students, 200. If the question is yellow, can you give me the answer? If it is pure yellow, 200. If the question is yellow, what will be your answer? Come on. Hey, using this board, you can see. If it is pure yellow, it is 200. If it is heterozygous yellow, it is 400. But if the question is yellow only, what will be your answer? If the question is yellow only, it will be 600. So MCQ type of questions, MCQ means what? First option will be 200, second option will be 600, third option will be 800, and the last option will be 400. You're always confused with that. No, you read the question, spend enough time to read the question, and questions are always very important. Okay, and you know what is the next question? So here you can see pure yellow, that is 200. What is the next one? Pure violet. Oh, what is pure violet, my dear students? And you know, so far we crossed a yellow one and a violet one. There is no chance for the yellow one and green one we crossed. And you know, is there any chance for violet one? There is no chance, right? There is no chance for violet. The reason is, my dear student, and you know, I saw one question in one of the previous year question paper. A tall plant and a dwarf plant is crossed. And you know, after that, most of the plants are tall and most of the remaining few are what we can say the dwarf. Is there any chance for intermediate height? The students are also always having a confusion. When capital T, it is tall. When small t, it is dwarf. When one capital T from the tall, when one small t from the dwarf, when they come together, is there any chance for intermediate height, my dear student? And according to Gregor Mendel, there is no intermediate color. There is no intermediate size. There is no intermediate character given by Gregor John Mendel. Okay, so that's why there is no chance for violet. So that's why the answer is 0. There is no violet, my dear student. There is no intermediate color, my dear student. There is no intermediate size, my dear student. So that's why here you can see 0. And green, again green. What will be the answer, my dear student? And here you know the same thing. We already written green. There is only one type of green. There is only one type of green. Here also 200 and here also 200. So that's why the answer here also I am writing it is 200. Okay, so it's an important question, my dear student. This type of problem based 4 marks question will be there for your examination. So 200 pure yellow, 200 green, and you know that is the answer. There is no chance for pure violet. Okay, and there is one more question. What will be the ratio of green and yellow? That is a little bit a tricky one, because generally they are asking yellow and green, my dear student. Generally they are asking yellow and green, but instead they asked to confuse you, to make you in a confused manner. They asked green and yellow. What is the ratio we studied? What is the ratio we studied so far? We studied only one ratio, 3:1, 3:1, 3:1. Some students are by hearting that ratio. What is the ratio of monohybrid? 3:1, sir. What is the ratio of genotypic ratio? 1:2:1, sir. And you know what is the ratio of a dihybrid close? 9:3:3:1. No, my dear student, the ratio is not constant. Ratio is depending upon the phenotype, my dear student. How can I write 3:1? How can I write 3:1? 3 means what? 3 yellow is to 1 green. Then only I can write 3:1, right? Then only I can write. But the question is green and yellow. So green and yellow, I can see the answers in the chat box, my dear student, and the answer is 1:3. In the option 3:1 is there, and you know 1:2 is there, and we are familiar with 3:1. So that's why most of the students are putting MCQ type of questions, right? They are writing 3:1. No, my dear student, you have to read the question. If it is yellow and green, 3:1. If it is green and yellow, it is 1:3. That is the answer is there in the board. Okay, so it's an important question, my dear students. Okay, and you know the next question, my dear students, and I think this is one of the difficult question. Okay, so one of the difficult question, and you know most of the students are failed to give a correct answer to this particular question. So that's why I will be discussing that question in detail. You have to listen carefully, then only you will get the idea, because that is little bit tricky, little bit analytical one, little bit creative one. So that's why your maximum effort, your 100% involvement is required to listen that a topic, my dear students. So that's why very important topic. Here also a question related with monohybrid. Okay, what is that? Pooja has, listen, you have to read the question carefully, my dear students. What is that? Pooja has green eyes, while her parents and brother have black eyes. So actually there is something related with the color of the eyes. Okay, so what we can, so all of you please listen, puja. So here we are writing puja. All of you please listen, the puja has green eyes. We have no idea about whether it is dominant or recessive, so that's why what are the data given that you have to write? Puja has green eyes. The same thing I represent over here. Puja has green eyes. Okay, and what are the other data given? Puja has green eyes while her parents. How can we represent that parents? Parents means what? Puja. This is the parents, right? So here we can write this is father and this is mother. This method is important, my dear student. This type of analytical question will be there. So that's why a father and mother. And father is father is black, and father is having black colored eyes, and mother is also having black colored eyes. Okay, so that is very important. Why? I will repeat one more time. Listen, what is that? Puja has green eyes while her parents and brother. Oh, brother is also there, my dear student. So that's why this is Puja and brother. The name of the brother is not given, and brother is also having black eyes. This is the first sentence given. Okay, this is the first sentence given, my dear student. Look at the board, my dear student. Puja has green eyes while her parents and brother have black eyes. Okay, and Puja's husband, and the next one, Puja's husband. So Puja's husband, here you can see the name is given, I think. Okay, name Ravi is given, so that's why Puja's husband Ravi. This is a brother and this is the parents, and brother, this is the parents, you can see, and Puja's husband Ravi. Puja's husband Ravi has black eyes, my dear students, and he is also having black eyes. So from this explanation itself, it is a responsibility to find out which color is black color or green color, which one is dominant. The first thing you have to identify whenever a monohybrid cross is given, the first step is nothing but you have to identify which one is dominant, which one is recessive. That is a responsibility. That is the first step, my dear students. Any question, when you are reading a question, if it is tall and dwarf given, no problem, because already it is there in the NCERT. And when your axial terminal, NCERT, or round and wrinkled, NCERT. But this is not there in NCERT. A new data is given, a new information is given. So that's why it is your responsibility to find out which one is dominant. And here I can see that you are all given the answer. The black color is dominant because father and mother have black colored eyes means what? And here you can see the Puja is having green means capital B. What will be the look at the board, my dear students. Here you can see this is capital B, a small b. Here also capital B, a small b. Then only the green, the small b, small b. Small b, just like capital T, capital, if it is capital T, capital B, there is no chance for green color. If it is capital B, there is no chance for green color, because both parents should give a recessive allele. Then only it will be small b. Okay, brother is black means what? Here you can see capital B option is there, and capital B small b option is there, because black means what? There are two. I already told, dominant one is always having two options, homozygous dominant and heterozygous dominant. Okay, and husband, here also capital B and capital B, small b. Okay, black. And what is the question? Again, I'm moving into the question. This is a method of cracking that question. This is a method of solving that question, my dear students. And here you can see black eyes while his mother has green eyes and father has black eyes. And what is the first question? There are three questions are there, my dear student. Sure, short question. This type of questions are very, very important, my dear student. If you are thorough with the question today, my dear student, whenever there is any question related with this one, you can easily crack it. You can easily solve it, my dear students. Listen, on the basis of the above given information, is the green eye color a dominant or recessive? Come on, give me the answer. Is the green eye color dominant or recessive? And here you can see the green eye color, as you all know, that is the green eye color dominant or recessive? Come on, is the green eye color is dominant or recessive? As you all know that green eye color is recessive. Which color is dominant, my dear students? Which color is dominant? And the black color is dominant, my dear students. And it is a recessive trait. Justify your answer. How can you justify? This itself is the justification, my dear students. Because Pooja has a green colored eyes means what? Her parents are black colored eyes means what? If both are dominant only, they are getting the recessive allele. Otherwise, what will happen? If you just imagine if black is recessive, black is recessive means what? Small b, small b, small b, small b. So, and the young one is also a recessive. Hey, dwarf, only dwarf will be produced, right? A dominant and dominant only can produce both dominant and recessive. So that's why this is dominant. That's why a dominant one and a recessive one is produced. And that itself is the justification of that answer, my dear students. I think it is clear. Come on. Please, come on, my dear students. Is it clear or not, please? Moving into the next one, my dear student, there is another question. What is the possible genetic makeup of Pooja's brother's eye color? That already we discussed, right? What is that here? Pooja's brother is having black color. They already told black color. So what is the genetic makeup? Genetic makeup means what? Capital B and capital B small b, and that is what we call the genetic makeup. And you know, from the above data, from the data given from the question, it is not possible to say whether it is homozygous or heterozygous, because you know, father capital B means what? Chance for pure black, or chance for capital B from one parent and small b from another parent, there is chance for heterozygous. So that's why we have to write both, my dear students, because you know what is the possible genetic makeup means what? That is either capital B or capital B small b. You are not supposed to write small b because small b is always green. Okay, so you know, here you can see that is about the what is the possible genetic makeup of Pooja's brother's eyes color. So that's why capital B. What is the next question? There is one more question, and you know, here the option is there only for the third one only, and the first two question there is no option. What is the third one? What is the probability that the offspring of Pooja and Ravi? So Pooja and Ravi means what? It is not from that family, it is their husband, you can see. So the Pooja and Ravi will have green eyes. Oh, that's an important question here, you can see. And the Pooja, it's already green. We already discussed Pooja, it's green. And Ravi, you can see there are two options. But the question is, what are the possibilities of their offspring should be green? Hey, offspring should be green means, is there any chance for capital B? Hey, there is no chance for capital B. If it is capital B, the father can, the Ravi can, the husband can. You know, the husband should give the small b. The husband should give small b, right? Husband should give small b means what? Then only here small b and here small b, then only the young one will be green. So what is the possibility? And so from this one, we are cancelling this possibility. Okay, their children have, any one of the child is having green color means what? There is no chance for pure black. There is no chance for pure black. So that's why the husband is heterozygous black. Then only their offspring. So that is the question here. You can see what is the probability that the offspring of Pooja and Ravi will have green eyes. Also show the inheritance of eye color in the offspring with the help of a suitable diagram. And already we discussed that diagram. This is a cross. You can see the Pooja green color small b, Ravi black color capital B small b, and here you know, if you write capital B alone, there is no chance for, there is no probability for green color. Oh, full of answers. Thank you all my dear students. And here you can see, and this is a possibility. So you have to do the cross again. Okay, so you have to do the cross again. So there is inheritance of eye color in the offspring with the help of a suitable cross. And there is one more option. Hey, there is one more optional question. Either you can do that or this one. What is that? And here you can see 50% of the offspring of Pooja's brother. Hey, again, we are moving into that, my dear student. This is Pooja's brother. And brother, you know, marrying a lady and marrying the wife, you can see. And you know, here also 50. Look at the board, my dear student. 50% of them are green. 50% of them are green means, come on. So what is the question? 50% of the offspring of Pooja's brother are green-eyed with the help of a cross. Show how this is possible. How this is possible, my dear students. And easily we can say that brother, you know, here also there is no chance for capital B. If it is capital B, there is no chance for 50% green. And here, you know, the wife is, here also you can see, sorry. Here the wife is small b only, then only 50% chance, my dear student, because you know the brother is capital B small b, here small b, which one? Here small b is coming, and here capital B is coming, as well as small b is coming. When capital B, when these two combine, capital B, small b, and that is what we call black color. When these two combine, small b, that is green color, my dear student. So what is the ratio? 1:1 ratio. 1:1 ratio means what? 50% black and 50% green. It is little bit difficult, right? Okay, so you know this cross is very important, and you know just like you have to visualize this one, you have to imagine this one, and you know it is very difficult to imagine, it's very difficult to visualize this question. Better, what is that? You just write Ravi, her husband, her brother, her parents, like that. Everything you have to do that, then only you will get the answer, my dear students. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Please give me a response. Come on, my dear students, is it clear? Please. This is an important question, a tough question. That's why. Okay, moving into the next question. Okay, thank you all, my dear students. It's easy. Okay, very good. Thank you, my dear students. Moving into the next one. In a cross between, monohybrid cross is over, my dear student. We are moving into dihybrid cross. It's an important cross. Listen, my dear student. In a cross between round terminal. So that is a little bit confusing, my dear student. What is that? Round one character you can see. Round and wrinkled one character you can see. Okay, and what is round and wrinkled? Seed shape is round and wrinkled. But here there is one more, round terminal. You can see the flower position. You know, that's a new term, I think. The flower position, my dear students. Whenever we are discussing the flower position, there are two flower positions are there. One is called axial position and other one is called terminal position. Okay, so you know, if you don't know, please note it down, my dear students. You know, the flower position, there are two different types of flower position. For example, in some cases you can see flower is there in the tip only. That is called that is what we call a terminal. In some cases you can see flower is there. This is not leaf, my dear student. This is flower, and this is what we call what? Axial, my dear student. So flower, the position of flower either in the tip called a terminal or in the side throughout the axial condition, that is called axial. And you know, this is the dominant one, and seed shape round is the dominant one. But here one cross, you know, they made a small change, my dear student. They made a small change. Okay, what is the change they made? In a cross between round terminal, they told. What we studied, my dear student, always you can see capital R, capital A, crossing with small r, small a. But my dear students, here it is changed. Here what is that? Round and axial. But what is the question? You look at the question, round terminal. Round terminal means what? And you know, it is not capital A. And here look at the board, my dear students. What is this one? It is round means capital R. Terminal means what? Small a. And here you can see wrinkled. Wrinkled means small r. And what is that? Wrinkled with axial. Axial means capital A. So that is why you have to read the question thoroughly. Okay, you have to read the question thoroughly, then only you can reach the. So you know, in the beginning of the dihybrid cross itself, if you make a mistake, what will happen? The rest all the crosses will be wrong, my dear students. So just like a mathematics problem, you can see whenever the first data itself is wrong, what will happen? The remaining everything will be wrong, my dear students. So that's why read the question carefully. After that only you can set the parents. And here you can see here capital R, small letter A, and here small r, capital letter A. When we are crossing this one, capital R, capital A, small a, and the remaining all are same, my dear students. Capital R, capital A, small a. And what is this one, my dear student? What is this one? Capital R, capital A, small a means what? And this is round axial. It is not a parental one. You know, this is the dominant round, this is the dominant axial, round and axial, and this is homozygous, but the young one is heterozygous, my dear student, and this is called round axial. And when you are doing this cross, which one? Look at the board. Whenever you are doing this cross, capital R, the normal cross, capital R, capital A, crossing with the small r, a small a, what will be there? Here capital R, capital A, and here small r, small a, and what will be the answer, my dear student? Capital R, capital A, small a. The same thing, right? And you know, capital R, capital A, small a. Here also capital R, capital A, small a. Hey, okay. So the first one, you know, if the parent is different, no problem, but you know, in the F1 generation, both will be same. Okay, and what is the question? What will be, so it's an important question, my dear student. 589 seats, number based question. Hey, I point out such type of question, my dear student, and there are so many easy questions are there, but here we are discussing some difficult question. That's why the reason how to crack such questions, that is very, very important. And produce 589 seats in F1 generation. In F1 generation, whatever the number, no need to worry about that. Why? If it is 589 or 5,85,932, no need to worry about that. Why? Because all are that particular category only. Okay, because there is only one type, right? There is only one type, right? In F1, no need to worry about that. F2, we are in trouble, because F2, there are 4 different types of offsprings are produced in a dihybrid cross. Okay, so here you can see 589 seeds are in F1 generation. When F1 offspring is self-pollinated, around 960, that number is very valuable for us. Okay, and when F1 offspring is self-pollinated, around 960 seeds produced in F2 generation. Answer the following questions based on the above cross. Chance for asking such questions, my dear student. I already told you, when we are discussing the science question paper, there will be 1 or 2 questions. And such a higher level, higher order thinking question, analytical thinking question, creative type question, my dear students. How can we crack such questions? That is always an important point of discussion. Okay, and if you are cracking that question, definitely you will be there under the list of centum, my dear student, and definitely you can score 100 out of 100 if you are ready to solve such questions. Only 1 more day left, my dear student. That is the thing. So okay, day after tomorrow in the morning, you are going to write your science examination, my dear students. Here you can see what will be the percentage and ratio of round and axial. The question is round and axial in F1 generation. Here you look, round and axial. What is the percentage? Come on, the percentage is 100%. But here one question is the ratio. Can you give me the ratio, my dear student? What is the ratio? Hey, percentage, 100% means what? There is only one type. How can we make ratio? Ratio means what? A minimum 2 things are required, right? If all are tall, what will be the ratio? There is no ratio. If all are short, what will be the ratio? There is no ratio, right? So that's why if all are capillary, small r, capillary, small a, if all are round axial, there is no ratio, only percentage. So that's why you can write it as no ratio. Okay, so whenever there is a question ratio, you are searching for which ratio it is. Is it 25%? Is it 50%? Is it 75%? Is it 100%? No. First of all, you have to think whether ratio is there. How can you find out ratio is there? If there is only one type of offspring, there is no ratio. Okay, and what is the next question? How many seeds among, it's a tricky question, my dear. Very easily you can give me the answer. How many seeds among 589? F1 generation, how many seeds among 589 are parental? What a question it is. What a question it is. How many seeds among 589? Here 589 seeds are produced, my dear students. And they are asking how many seeds among 589 are parental in F1 generation. What is the parent? This is the parent and this is the parent, you can see, my dear students. So that's why if it is 589, how many of them are parental, my dear student? Nothing is parental. Nothing is parental, because 589, that is round axial. What is the parent? Round terminal. What is this parent? Wrinkled axial. And both are not the parents. If this is a cross, you just look at the green colored cross. Here if it is 589, what is that? What is one round axial? How many of them are parental? This is round axial and this is wrinkled terminal. So that's why all the 589 are parental itself if the cross is this one. Okay, so the parallelly I am doing one more cross. Generally there is chance for asking this question. But always you are not supposed to prejudice, my dear students, and there may be chance for asking a twisted one also. Okay, so that is why the reason better you have to read the question carefully. Okay, moving into the next one. So that's why here nothing. Okay, what is the next one? What will be the number of progenies in F2? What will be the method, my dear students? Please, what will be the method? This is that close is over, my dear students. What is that? What will be the number of progenies in F2? What is the number in progeny? That is 960 young ones. What we can do, my dear students? How many of you can give me the answer? This is in dihybrid cross, right? So if it is 960, what you have to do? That 960 divided by 16. Okay, that is very, very important, my dear student. If it is a monohybrid, that 960 you have to divide it with 4. But here it is dihybrid, my dear student. Since it is a dihybrid cross, you have to divide with the 16. That is the first point you have to note it down. Okay, if it is a monohybrid cross, divide it with 4. If it is a dihybrid cross, divide it with 16. This is the dihybrid cross, right? So 960 divided by 16. Okay, it is 16, right? It is 60, right? 60. Then what is that? What is the ratio here? What is the ratio here? 9:3:3:1. That you already familiar with the ratio. What is 9? 9 round axial. 9 round axial. And what is this 1? And that is these two are dominant, right? And these two are recessive, right? What is the recessive of round? And that is wrinkled, my dear students, wrinkled. And here, what is the recessive of axial? That is terminal, my dear students. Okay. So the most one, that is both are dominant, and here the small one, that is recessive, and here you can see round can combines with axial as well as round can combines with a terminal, my dear students. And here wrinkled can combines with the terminal, at the same time wrinkled can combines with the axial, my dear student. And this is what we call the ratio. So 9:3:3:1. Only after doing the dihybrid cross only you will be getting the ratio, my dear student. But what is the question? That 60 you have to multiply with this one. That 60 you have to multiply with this one. The 60 you have to multiply with this one. That 60 you have to multiply with this one. Then only you will get total 960. Hey, 9 into 60. 540. So out of the 960 seats, 540 seats are round axial, and the 60 into 3 are 180, my dear student. So 180 seats are round terminal, then both are 3, so that's why 180 seats are a wrinkled axial. What is that? Only 60 seats are wrinkled and terminal. When you add this one, here you can see, and this is 0, 8 plus 8, 16 plus 20, and here it is 26. The remaining 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 5 9, 960. Look at the board. This is the 960, right? Okay, so that 960 we are dividing based on the ratio. So 960 we are dividing as to 9:3:3:1. What you have to do that? The 960 divided by 16. If it is a monohybrid, you have to divide it with the 4. If it is dihybrid, you have to divide it with the 60. What answers? Please send the answers, my dear students. Okay, so here what is the question? What will be the number of progenies in F2 generation? Okay, and that F2 generation, what is that? Round terminal. Where is round terminal? Look at the board. Where is round terminal? Look at the board, please. Where is round terminal? This is the question, round terminal, right? So the answer is 180. So here you can write what? 180. Round axial. Where is round axial? This is round axial, right? The answer is 540. Okay, after doing the cross only you can write wrinkled axial. Where is wrinkled? Sorry, not this one. And this is wrinkled axial. That is 180, my dear students. And depending upon the question, you can give the answer. Is it clear, please? Is it clear or not, please? It's an important topic. That's why the reason this type of question, dihybrid cross, number based questions will come, my dear students. Number based question. If it is monohybrid, my dear student, divide it with the 4 and multiply with the ratio. If it is dihybrid, divide with the 16 and multiply with the ratio. Okay, so moving into the next question, I think so far we discussed is almost clear, my dear students. Moving into the next question. In some families, okay, this is an important question, short question from the heredity topic. My dear students, what is the question? All of you can see the question, I think. Okay, look at the board. In some families, either rural family or urban families, females are tortured. Oh, my dear students, and as we all know that, it is a period of equality. Both males and females should give the same equality, my dear students. That is always very important. The females are tortured for giving birth to a female child. So when I am reading that question itself, and you know that answer is coming into your mind, and you know who is responsible for the sex of the child? Is it father or mother, my dear student? Is father or mother determine the sex of the child? As you all know that father, right? It is not mother. They do not seem to understand the scientific reason. Hey, actually they do not seem to understand the scientific reason. What is the scientific reason behind the sex determination in humans? Oh, that is always very, very important, right? And you are the educated people. You are the future generation. You are going to rule the world in future. So you must know that who is responsible for the sex of the child, my dear student. The father is responsible. Mother is not supposed to be tortured. Mother is not supposed to be blamed, my dear student, because the father is responsible for the sex of the child. You know the reason for that. What is that? Because father has 2 sets of chromosomes. How can we crack that question? How can we solve that question? Before solving, we have to complete the questions, right? Okay, so what is that? The behind the birth of a boy or a girl, in fact, the mother is not responsible for the sex of the child, and it has been genetically proved that the sex of the newborn is determined by the child inherited from the father. Actually, its question itself is given, it is father. Okay, and what is that? There are 3 questions are there, and here you listen, my dear student, the option is there only for the last one. Some students are thinking the option, the first 3 or this one. No, the first one, it is compulsory. This one, it is compulsory. The option is there only for the last one only. That's why A, B, C or C. Okay, that is very, very important, right, my dear students? What is the first question? State the basis on which the sex of a newborn baby is determined in humans. And we already, so you know, we can do that cross, my dear students. That is very, very important. How can we do that cross? And here you know that the father, and here the mother, my dear students. As you all know that how many chromosomes are there in father, my dear student? And there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. How many chromosomes are there in mother? Again, 23 pairs of chromosomes. Equality is there, right? And here the 23 pairs you can see. The first 22 pairs are called what? Autosomes. And the last 1 pair is called what? Allosomes. You studied no sex chromosome. Here also the same thing, my dear student. 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosome. And you know in sex chromosome, what is that? Here you can see, if it is a father, you can see 1 chromosome is bigger and other chromosome is smaller, my dear students. Actually, this picture is not there in the textbook. And what about here? The mother, you know, this is 1 chromosome and this is another chromosome. Hey, from the diagram it is given that, what is that? In father you can see the 2 chromosomes are, is it matched or mismatched? Hey, from the diagram it is very clear. One is big, other one is small, right? So that's why it is mismatched. And what about here? Here in mother you can see. So that's why this bigger one is called X and the smaller one is called Y. Here X. So that's why the mother is having a matched pair and the father is having a mismatched pair. So that's why here 2 types of gametes, right? One is with X, one is with Y. And but mother, there is only one with X. Okay, they're very simple across, you know that. And here, you know, so mother can give only X only. All of you are given. All the students in the class, whether you are a boy or a girl, all are given X by your mother. Your mother can give you X only, but your father, there is a choice, my dear student. Father can give either X or Y. If father is given X, you will be a girl. If father is given Y, you will be a boy. So the boy or girl, who determines the sex of the child? Definitely our father. And here you can see the question. In the question, what is given, my dear students? Here it is given, what is that? State the basis. And here the word is the tortured, my dear students, you know. And here, state the basis. This is the basis that we already discussed, my dear students. What is the next question? Why is the pair of sex chromosome called a mismatched pair? Why it is called mismatched pair? The same thing. What is that? Why the chromosome pair is mismatched in father? Because 1 chromosome is bigger and other chromosome is small. So that's why one is X chromosome, other one is small chromosome. You know, Y chromosome is the smallest chromosome in human being, my dear students. So that's why, is it matched or mismatched? This is mismatched. This word is there in the NCERT textbook, my dear students. This word is there. So that's why there is chance for asking that question for board examination. And but here it is matched. Here you can see. So what is the question? student, why is the pair of sex chromosome called a mismatched pair? In males it is mismatched, but in females it is matched one. Okay, and how is the original number of chromosome present in the parent stored in the progeny? So that is also an important question, my dear students. That is also an important question, because father is having 23 pairs and mother is having 23 pairs and the child is also having 23 pairs. Oh, that is always an important one. Father is having 23 pairs, mother is having 23 pairs, child is having 23 pairs. Then how it will be possible? When we add it together, it will be 46 pairs, right? Here 23 pair from father, 23 pair from mother, and both will combine to form 46 pairs. 46 pair means what? So far there is no child is born with 46 pairs. So what is the secret behind that particular process, my dear student? What is the secret? And we can explore that secret, right? Are you ready for that? What is that? Here you can see, all of you look at the board, my dear student. Here you can see there is a process, my dear student. That process is called what? Meiosis. Always you keep in your mind, the day after tomorrow, please you keep in your mind that word meiosis. What is meiosis? Meiosis is a reduction division. So that's why from 23 pair, it is reduced to 23. Hey, 23 pair meiosis is a reduction. So that's why it is reduced to form 23 chromosomes. And what about here you can see? Here you can see mother is also undergoing meiosis. Here also 23. What is this one called what? This is called the sperm of father, and this is what we call the ovum of mother. So that's why a father can produce a sperm with only 23 chromosomes and from 23 pairs. That reduction division, that is 23, and here also 23. When these 23 and 23 combine, it will be 23 pairs, right? So that's why you keep in your mind, what about you are having 23 pairs of chromosome means what? 23 are given by your father and 23 are given by your mother. Both are equally contributed. Your father and mother are equally contributed, my dear student. That is the secret behind that. So that's why always you keep in mind how is the original number of chromosome present. Meiosis. You must use the word meiosis. There is only one more one more question is here. Explain by giving two examples. Oh, that is totally different from this one. Explain by giving two examples of the organism in which the sex is not genetically determined. What about humans? Sex is determined by genes. Sex is determined by chromosomes. And what about that there are two examples are there? I can write examples here. There are two examples you study. I think you can easily remember. One is called snails and other one is called what? Reptiles, my dear students. So there are two examples are there. One is called snail, and snail, the sex is not determined by the genes, not determined by the chromosome, and it is determined by the environmental factors. So that's why depending upon the environmental factor, the snail can change the sex. We are not having the capacity to change our sex, right? Okay, but we are our chromosomal sex determination. And what about here you can see the snail, the sex is determined by the environmental factor. The reptiles also, the sex is determined by environmental factors. Okay, so that is why this is a 4 marks question, my dear student, and there are 3 questions are there, and you have to read the question very clearly. If you are confident in the first option, you can write that one. If you are not confident, no need to attend that one. You can move to the next one, my dear students. Okay, and during the cool off period, you have to read the question and you can select the optional question, which one you are comfortable, which one you are powerful. You have to attend that question only. Okay. So we can do one more question, my dear students. Okay, so one more question, and after that we can wind up, my dear students. And here you can see that is something related with the blood grouping, my dear students. Okay, so blood grouping, human blood group, that is very, very important, right? Okay, so we all know that, and more than 700 crore people are there in the world, and all are having the same colored blood. You can see almost same quantity of blood. You can see when you're looking the blood of different person, we cannot recognize the person is an African or American or Indonesia. We cannot recognize the person, but that, and the blood is having some factors to determine their blood group. Okay, so that's why there are, there is a gene. You are very familiar with that gene, and the gene is called what? The I gene. There is a blood group gene is there that is called I gene, my dear student. The I gene is having 3 different types of alleles. Generally, we studied only 2 types of alleles, but here you can see there are 3 different types of alleles. One is called IA, other one is called IB, and the small one is called what? Small I. So how many alleles are there, my dear student? There are 3 alleles. What are the 3 alleles? IA, IB, small I. So that is why the reason there is an extra point, my dear students. You keep in your mind, this is an example for multiple alleles, my dear students. So far in your textbook you can see only 2 alleles are given. Height, only 2 allele, capital T, small t. Seed shape, only 2 allele, capital R, small r. But blood group, you can see there are 3 alleles are there. If a character is determined by more than 2 alleles, it is called multiple alleles. Multiple alleles. Repeat that word, my dear student. Multiple alleles, my dear students. And here you can see, what are the combination you can see? IA. What do you mean by IA? Father is given IA, mother is given IA, or father is given IA, mother is given small I, and small I, you will be having A group. So if you are having A group blood, you are having 2 chances. Either you are homozygous or you are heterozygous. What do you mean homozygous? Both are same. IA, homo means same. And here you can see IA, small I, hetero means what? Different. Okay, so if you are A group, either you are homozygous A or heterozygous A. And you can easily fill the B group possibility. How can you fill B group? IB. Either you are homozygous B or you are heterozygous B. So A group 2 possibilities, B group 2 possibilities. Okay, and these 2 possibilities are important. What is the AB blood group, my dear students? And there is only one possibility, that is IAIB. Father is given IA, mother is given IB, or just reverse also the same thing. And what is the last one? That is O group, that is small I. If father is given small I and if mother is given small I, you are O group. These are the only 4 possible blood groups, my dear students. A group, B group, AB group, and O group. In grade 10th, no need to study positive and negative. In grade 12, you have to study A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative. But here, you have to study only 4 blood groups only. A group, B group, AB group, and O group. After studying only, you should attend this question. Then everything will be easy, my dear student. A male, and actually a marriage between husband and wife. The husband is heterozygous A. What is heterozygous A? Can you select the heterozygous A condition, my dear student? What is heterozygous A? This is the heterozygous A. So I am writing over here IA, small I, the heterozygous A. Here it is given heterozygous A. If the question is in your examination, if it is homozygous A, this will be the answer. Okay, but here it is given heterozygous A. Blood group marries a female with the heterozygous B. What is heterozygous B? This is the heterozygous B, right? So that's why crossing with the IB, small I. So this is the husband and this is the wife. You can see husband the male, the wife the female. These are the symbols. Okay, and here IA, small I, IB, small I. The question is heterozygous A, heterozygous B. Then what is the answer? What is the question? What will be the possible blood group? Possible blood group means what? It is not one child. There may be chance for more than one children, right? So that's why the reason we have to write in the cross. We have to do that. Here, how many cross? IA, 1 gamete, small I, 1 gamete. Here 2 gamete, IB, 1 gamete. Here also small I, 1 gamete. Why? Because in IA, small I, heterozygous always producing 2 gametes. Heterozygous always producing 2 gametes. And again we have to do the RC Punnett square, right? And when you are writing examination, when you are drawing the Punnett square, that should be extremely a square-like. Because Punnett square, not a rectangle. Okay, so you have to use scale for drawing that diagram perfectly. And here IA you have to write here, small I you have to write here, IB you have to write here, and small I you have to write here. And how can we cross this one? Look at the board, please. Here IA, IB, AB blood group. IA, small I. Here you can see IA, small I. And what is that? A blood group. IA, small I, A blood group. Here you can see IB, small I. What is that? B blood group. What is the last column? You can easily fill the last column. Here small I and here small I. What is that? O blood group. Means if your father is heterozygous A and if your mother is heterozygous B, there is possibility of all the 4 blood groups. All the 4 blood groups. Look at the board. AB is there, A is there, B is there, O is there, my dear students. Okay, so this is one of the possible question for day after tomorrow, my dear students. Okay, so this is called what? The human blood grouping related question, and so many students are having a confusion related with one. This is what, and depend upon the question, your answer is also changing because that is crossing, my dear students. Okay, so anyway, okay, my dear students, I think it is clear. Okay, so thank you so much, my dear students. Thank you so much for the last 1 hour, my dear students. Actually, Mahesh sir is waiting for carbon and compounds, my dear student. The one of the most important electrifying experience is always there, no? Because chemistry means what? Organic chemistry itself. Okay, so within 2 minutes, you just go and have a cup of tea, and we will be there within 2 minutes, my dear student. Mahesh sir will be there for discussing carbon and compounds, the organic chemistry. Thank you all, my dear students.
Yes, welcome back, students. How are you? Good evening to all. So we are going to do carbon and compounds. Okay, can you hear me? Yes, so we're going to discuss about carbon and compounds today. That's an important chapter, and what we are doing here, we are covering almost every concept from the chapter in the form of objective question, but I will discuss the concept clearly in between. Okay, so be there. Just we are starting now. First question, I need your participation here. You want to say the answers in between, okay? Yeah, the pair of elements which exhibit property of catenation. We know what is catenation. Tell me, students, let me explain small thing about catenation. See, what is catenation? We know that self-linking ability of an element to form long chain as well as rings is called catenation. For example, if you're talking about carbon, carbon has high ability of catenation. Carbon can form long chain. Carbon can form a ring-like structure. Yes, carbon can form ring-like structure as well as carbon can form chain-like structure. That ability of any element, okay, any element, not alone carbon, ability of any element to form long chain as well as a ring is called what? Catenation. Yes, that is catenation. Now the question is, you see, the pair of elements exhibit property of catenation. First option, sodium and silicon. Now, normally catenation is observed with the carbon, silicon, sulfur, phosphorus, such elements. But you studied only carbon, but you have to study which all other elements can show catenation. Yes, silicon can show catenation. Phosphorus can show catenation, sulfur can show catenation. So in this option, which is the best option? Yes, sodium and silicon. Sodium is a metal, cannot show catenation. Normally non-metals are showing catenation. They can form covalent bonds. So we know non-metal and non-metal will form covalent bonds. Such elements are showing catenation. So here carbon and sodium, no, sodium is a metal, cannot show catenation. Sodium is a metal, cannot show catenation. Carbon and silicon is the best option. Carbon and silicon is the best option. So here option is C. Okay, I think all of you got it. So remember, what is catenation? Self-linking ability of an element to form long chain and ring is equal to catenation. Carbon has highest ability of catenation. Other non-metal elements like sulfur, phosphorus, you call silicon, etc. forms catenation. I hope all of you got it, right? Yes, all of you are there? Yes. Okay. So we are moving to the next question now, right? Next question I want the answer from your side. Assertion. See students, the questions are framed in such a way that it is covering every concept from the chapter. I will explain all concept in a shorter way. Be there. So now, assertion. Carbon shows maximum catenation property in the periodic table. Carbon shows maximum amount of catenation in the periodic table. So periodic table is the table of all elements. There are 118 elements. We kept in the form of a table that is equal to periodic table. Unfortunately, that chapter was deleted from 10th standard. And in the periodic table, carbon is showing maximum ability of catenation. Yes, that is correct. We already studied before. Carbon shows maximum ability of catenation is for carbon. Okay, so we can say this is correct. Assertion is correct. Now what is the reason? Now we are thinking about why carbon shows maximum ability of catenation. We are asking to carbon, hello Mr. Carbon, why you are showing maximum ability of catenation? What's the secret behind it? So easy, student. Read the other reason. Okay, so what is the reason? Carbon has small size. Okay, carbon has small size and thus form strong carbon-carbon bonds. Yes, carbon-carbon bond is stronger bond, students. So carbon can form stronger carbon-carbon single bonds. That's the reason carbon has high ability of catenation. See, if the question is coming why carbon has high ability of catenation, very simple, is due to the strong carbon-carbon single bond. Carbon-carbon single bond is stronger bond. Suppose I am conducting an interview with the carbon. I am asking to carbon, hello Mr. Carbon, whom do you like the most? So the answer will be carbon only, because carbon likes another carbon. So carbon-carbon bond is stronger bond. That's the exact reason why carbon has high ability of catenation. So this reason is correct. So your option is assertion correct. Both assertion, reason are true. Reason is the correct explanation of assertion. This is the correct one. So just go through this. This is one of the important area. Catenation related questions can come. So you understood now. Carbon has high ability of catenation. Reason is that carbon-carbon single bond is stronger. That's the reason why carbon has high ability to form catenation. Okay, so next question we are moving to do. Okay, so see the next question. Which of the following statements are usually correct for carbon compounds? You know properties of carbon compounds. This is a part of a syllabus. It is there. Properties of carbon compounds we studied. Let us read the property. Okay, they are good conductors of electricity. What's your opinion? Tell me. They are good conductors of electricity or not? Tell me fast. No. We know that metals are good conductors of electricity, and ionic compounds in molten form or in the form of solution, they are good conductors of electricity. Covalent compounds are not good conductors of electricity except graphite. We studied graphite is a good conductor of electricity. So here they are good conductors of electricity. That is wrong. That is not correct. Then we can say they are poor conductors of electricity. Yes, they are insulators. Most of the carbon compounds are insulators. This is correct. Option B is correct. That is possible. They are poor conductors of electricity. So you can say they are poor conductors of electricity. Yes, it is correct. They are poor conductors of electricity. No doubt. Carbon compounds are poor conductors of electricity. They have no free electron. They can't ionize. We studied the reason before. So they cannot ionize. They have no free electrons. Two reasons why carbon compounds are poor conductors of electricity. Number one, they cannot ionize in water. Number two, there is no free electron in it. These are the two reasons why carbon compounds are poor conductors of electricity. Okay, so these are the two conditions we can say, right? And then they have strong attractive force between their molecules. That is wrong, students. We studied already you know, the carbon compounds have one molecule and other molecule, they have weaker force of attraction. Such forces you will study in higher levels. Such forces normally we call it as van der Waals forces. Okay, so such forces are weaker forces. So this is correct. They have, you can say they do not have stronger force of attraction is correct. So out of this properties of carbon compounds, B is correct. They are poor conductors of electricity, that is correct. They do not have strong force of attraction between between their molecules. You take one example, for example, candle wax. Candle wax, you know, is made up of hydrocarbon. Petrol is made up of hydrocarbon. Their molecule, one molecule and other molecule have very weaker force of attraction. Such a force of attraction will increase with increasing number of carbon atom. That we are coming back to that point. Okay, so such a force of attraction generally we call it as van der Waals forces, that you will study in 11th standard. So carbon compounds, one molecule, and this is one molecule of carbon compound, this is another molecule of carbon compound. These two molecules attractive force is very weaker, such a force of attractions are very weaker, so this is correct. Say they do not have strong force of attraction, so the correct options are B and D. So option D is our answer, B and D, right? Are you okay, students? So we are moving to the next question, right? Any doubt you can text here, immediately I can read it, okay? Yes, so we are moving to the next question now, right? Yes. See the next question. You heard about homologous series, right? Tell me, what is a homologous series? Yes, anybody? What is a homologous series? Yes, this is a question from homologous series. Let me explain very shorter way about homologous series. What is a homologous series? Yes, homologous series is a series of organic compounds in which adjacent members differ by CH2 group. If you're talking about alkane, the first member is methane. First member is methane. On adding CH2, next member is equal to C2H6. Next member is equal to ethane. We studied. On adding CH2, you will get next member equal to C2H6. And again adding CH2. On adding again CH2, you can say next member will be C3H8. On adding again CH2, the next member will be equal to C4H10. So these members are generally called homologous series. So members of organic compounds or members of organic compounds in which adjacent member differ by CH2 group is called homologous series. We know that. One more important thing you should remember. CH2, this first member is methane. Second member is equal to ethane. This is equal to Mr. Methane. This is equal to ethane, right? Methane and ethane. They differ by CH2 group, no doubt. Now my question is, they differ by a mass of how much? See, in 9th standard you studied how to find out molecular mass of a compound. Molecular mass of a compound we can calculate by knowing atomic masses. So CH4 molecular mass I am calculating, just listen. Atomic mass of carbon atom is equal to 12. There is one carbon atom. So 1 into 12. Because there is one carbon, it is 1 into 12. There are 4 hydrogen atoms. That is 4 into 1. So molecular mass of methane is equal to, 16U. Molecular mass of methane is 16U. It is not coming here. Just for understanding one point I am explaining. So atomic mass of carbon is 12. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1U. So 12U plus 4 into 1U is 16U. Same way we can calculate molecular mass of ethane. Molecular mass of ethane is 2 into 12 because there is 2 carbon, 2 into 12 plus 6 into 6 into 1, 6 into 1. Okay, 2 into 12 is 24. 24 plus 6 equal to what? Tell me. 30U. So the atomic mass of ethane is equal to 30U. Atomic mass of methane is equal to 16U. And atomic mass of ethane is equal to 24 plus 6, 30U. The difference between their atomic mass is equal to, you can say 30 minus 60, 30 minus 16, it is 14U, right? Atomic mass difference between adjacent member is 14U. Or adjacent member differ by CH2. CH2 has mass equal to 14U. So in homologous series, you have to remember this condition. Most of them are not aware of this. You have to remember this condition. In homologous series, first member and next member differ by a CH2 group and differ by a mass of 14U. Mass of 14U is nothing but differ by CH2 group. Okay, so repeating again, homologous series are series of organic compounds in which adjacent member differ by CH2 group and they differ by a mass of 14U. So we can come back to the question now. Okay, see now, assertion: C3H8 and C4H10 are successive members of homologous series. Yes or no? What's your opinion? Tell me, students. Yes, C3H8 and C4H10 are successive members of homologous series. Yes, no doubt. C3H8 and C4H10. Yes, if you're adding CH2, you will get next member. So assertion is correct. C3H8 and C4H10 are, the adjacent members of homologous series. No doubt. Here it is there, C3H8 and C4H10. They are adjacent members of homologous series. So assertion is correct. Then reason. Any two successive members in a homologous series differ in their molecular formula by mass of 14U. Yes, that is correct. So indirectly they are telling they differ by CH2 group. By mass of 14U is nothing but CH2 group. So they differ by, adjacent members differ by 14U. So this is correct. Assertion correct, reason correct. So correct explanation. Okay. So you can go for option A. Both assertion correct, both reason correct, and assertion is the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Okay. So just go through it. So next question. I think this is okay with you. So remember, adjacent member differ by CH2 group or adjacent member differ by a mass of 14U. Remember. Okay. Next question. We are moving to the next question. Students, all of you are here? Yes, I can see some names. Gauri, Khushi, okay, Rida. So okay, we will do now. Okay. Yeah, next question. So I want to do this question now. Number of covalent bonds present in third member of homologous series having the formula CnH2n-2. See, students, briefly I am explaining so that you will get a quick revision of the chapter. So homologous series we studied. Okay, there are three types of hydrocarbons we studied: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. What's the general formula of alkane? Yes, alkane has general formula equal to what? CnH2n plus 2. Alkene has general formula equal to what? Yes, we know that CnH2n. Alkyne has general formula equal to what? What's the general formula of alkyne? Yes, alkyne general formula is CnH2n minus 2. Okay. First member of alkane has 1 carbon. Second member has 2 carbon. Third member has 3 carbon. We know that. Third member has 3 carbon. Yes, we know that. This is the condition. Third member has 3 carbon. Now, alkene starting with the first member has 2 carbon because condition for alkene is there must be a double bond between carbon and carbon. Alkene condition is that there must be a double bond between carbon and carbon. Yes, there must be a double bond here. First member contain 2 carbon. Second member contain 3 carbon with 1 double bond. Like that. And no, alkyne also condition is that there must be one and only one carbon-carbon triple bond. All other bonds are single bond. So alkyne first member contain 2 carbon but 1 triple bond. Alkyne second member contain 3 carbon. Yes, 3 carbon but 1 triple bond. 1 triple bond. Now we are coming back to this. Okay, listen. So number of covalent bonds present in the third member of homologous series having the general formula CnH2n-2. See, students, CnH2n-2 is coming under alkyne. Okay, CnH2n-2 is coming under alkyne, no doubt. Now, first member has 2 carbon, second member has 3 carbon, third member has how many carbon? 4 carbon. So third member of alkyne they are indirectly asking. They are indirectly asking the third member of alkyne because formula is CnH2n-2 where n equal to number of carbon atom. We studied already. CnH2n-2 where n equal to number of carbon atom. So the third member of alkyne has 4 carbon atom. First member of alkyne has 2 carbon. Second member has 2 3 carbon. Third member they are asking, so third member has 4 carbon. So we are writing the third member of alkyne here. We will write 4 carbon. Yes, we will write 4 carbon, no doubt. Now writing the alkyne, we will put the condition. What's the condition for an alkyne? We studied in the class. Condition for an alkyne is equal to 1 triple bond is required. So one and only one triple bond is required for making an alkyne. So here we can keep triple bond anywhere. You can keep here, or you can keep triple bond here, or you can keep triple bond here. I'm keeping triple bond here. Then I'm filling the valency using hydrogen. Filling the valency using hydrogen. We know that one carbon can form, we told you one carbon can form 4 bonds. I told you carbon can do 4 marriages. Less than 4 not accepted, more than 4 not accepted. 4 bonds compulsory. Carbon must form 4 bonds. So now we will fill the valency by using hydrogen. This carbon can form 4 bonds. We are filling that. This carbon can form 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here hydrogen will come. Okay. This is the 4 bonds formed by this carbon. This carbon can form 4 bonds, 2 bonds already completed, 2 more bonds will come, 1 hydrogen, yes, 2 hydrogen atoms are coming. This carbon atom already completed the quota. The carbon can form maximum number of covalent bond equal to 4. So it's tetravalency, we know that. So this carbon atom already completed the quota. This carbon atom, 1 bond is remaining, 3 bonds are here, 1 bond will come. Now total number of covalent bonds, can you count and tell what will be the answer? Tell me fast. What's the total number of covalent bonds over here? 1. I'm just counting here. What's the total number of covalent bonds here? Yes. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So number of covalent bonds here you can count. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So option is 11. You can add option, the number of covalent bond equal to 11. Okay, it was a mistake. Let's just add the option. So total number of covalent bonds in the third member, you can say third member of homologous series having the general formula CnH2n minus 2 is equal to 11. Repeating again, CnH2n minus 2 is belonging to alkyne. Third member has 4 carbon atom. So we are writing 4 carbon atom alkyne. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atom alkyne. Here you have 1, 2, 3 bonds, 4, 5, 6, 7 bonds, 8, 9, 10, 11 bonds. So total number of covalent bond in third member of hydrocarbon having the general formula CnH2n minus 2 is 11. You can add it. I think all of you got it, right? Yes. Am I right? All of you got it, right? Please respond. Okay. Yes. We are moving to the next question, right? Okay. So you have 2 hydrocarbons. This is very important question. Note down. This is very, very important question. There is a chance. So you have 2 hydrocarbon A and B having the formula C6H12. C6H12 is the general formula of hydrocarbon. Okay. A is a saturated compound. Out of that, A is a saturated compound. Whereas B is an unsaturated straight chain compound. The A and B are dash and dash. Let us discuss this. You studied about this. I think you already know that. We discussed a similar type of questions in the class. Anybody can tell me the answer. I am waiting for your answer. Anybody can tell me the answer. What will be the answer? Tell me fast. Anybody? Yes, I am waiting for your response. Okay. Okay, good. See, now we are discussing C6H12. C6H12, right? C6H12. The formula is matching with the CnH2n. Yes, formula is matching with the CnH2n, right? Because C6H12 is formula is matching with the CnH2n. In CnH2n, you can have 2 compounds. One is equal to alkene. One is equal to alkene. And another one is equal to cycloalkane. Cycloalkane. Cycloalkane, right? Cycloalkane. No doubt. We studied this formula. This formula is valid with the alkene as well as cycloalkane. Then, what will be the alkene with the formula CnH2n? Yes, if you want alkene with the formula CnH2n, yes, you can write alkene with the formula CnH2n. You can write 6 carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atom. And you can keep the double bond. Condition for alkene is 1 double bond is required. Yes, you can keep double bond. Yes, you are keeping double bond. Okay. Then we are filling the valency by using hydrogen. Yes, here you can see 3 hydrogen will come. Here 2 hydrogen will come. Here 2 hydrogen will come. Here 2 hydrogen will come. Here 1 hydrogen will come. We know that. Here 2 hydrogen will come. This compound is called hexene. The name of the compound is hexene. No doubt that is hexene. The formula is matching with the CnH2n. Formula is matching with the C6H12. So that is hexene. Now cycloalkane. What is cycloalkane? We studied cycloalkanes have cyclic structure. They are saturated compounds, but they have cyclic structure. If you want to draw cycloalkane with 6 carbon, very easy. So easy, students. So if you want to draw cycloalkane with 6 carbon, you can draw 6 membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6 membered ring. Then we will fill the valency by using hydrogen. So carbon can form how many bonds? 4 bonds. Now this carbon atom has completed 2 bonds only. 2 more bonds are there. So we will fill hydrogen by using CH2. Each carbon there will be CH2. Just like here, each carbon there will be 2 hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogen. Yes, here also 2 hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogen. Yes, here also 2 hydrogen. Like that everywhere you can see 2 hydrogen. The formula is coming as, you can count the number of carbon and number of hydrogen. Formula is coming as C6H12. So with the C6H12 there are 2 compounds in the world. We can say number 1 is equal to hexene, other one is equal to cyclohexane. So the best option will be what? Yes, C6H, number 1 will be cyclohexane and hexene. The option B is the correct answer. Okay. So your correct answer will be option B. Okay. Yes, option B is your correct answer. Note down, it's an important question. So we are moving to the next question. Similar question came in the form of descriptive question in previous board exam. So they give A and B. They give the formula. They gave it as one is saturated hydrocarbon, other one is unsaturated. Identify A and B. So such questions can come. This one I made an objective question based on that. Just complete it. Okay. So we are moving to the next question now. See now. The correct order of boiling points of the following. Boiling points of this following. C5H12 is there. C6H14 is there. C7H14 is here. See, anybody can tell me the answer first. What is the relationship between boiling point and number of carbon atom? Anybody can tell me? Yes, we studied before in homologous series. Homologous series we studied. On moving down the homologous series, on increasing number of carbon. So when number of carbon atom increases, number of carbon increases. When number of carbon atom increases. See, attractive force between the molecule increases. Attractive force between the molecule increases. Attractive force between the molecules increases. Yes, no doubt. Attractive force between the molecules increases. When number of carbon atom increases, attractive force between the molecules increases. When attractive force increases, the boiling point also increases. Boiling point as well as melting point increases. This is a simple logic. So this is a simple logic you have to remember. So when number of carbon atom increases, attractive force between the molecule increases. I told you the attractive force between carbon and compounds between the molecule is van der Waals force that you will study in higher classes. So that force increases with increasing mass, increasing the molar mass or increasing the number of carbon. So when number of carbon increases, the molar mass or molecular mass of the compound increases. When molecular mass increases, see students, when molecular mass increases, attractive force between the molecule increases, and that is the reason why boiling point increases. Now can you tell me, this compound has 5 carbon, 5 carbon. This compound has 6 carbon, yes, 6 carbon. This compound has 7 carbon, yes, 7 carbon. So when number of carbon atom increases, you can say attractive force increases, so boiling point increases. So correct order of boiling point will be C will have high boiling point, then B, then A. This is the correct order. Which option can you tell me? Yes, option is C, then B, then A. The correct order of boiling point will be compound C will have high boiling point, then B, then A. So option A is the correct answer. Okay, I think all of you got it. So remember this question. They can ask this similar type of question. Remember this one of the important area, right? So we are moving to the next question. I hope all of you got it. Yes. Then we are moving to the next question now. Okay. Yes. Total number of electrons shared in ethanoic acid molecule is. What's the answer for this? Total number of electrons shared in ethanoic acid molecule. For this particular question, you must know the structure of ethanoic acid. See, ethanoic acid structure we already studied in the class. What is the structure of ethanoic acid? What is the formula of ethanoic acid? Yes, ethanoic acid formula is CH3COOH. This is called ethanoic acid. Yes, we know this is ethanoic acid. Yes, correct. No doubt about it. This is equal to ethanoic acid. Now, this ethanoic acid is also known as acetic acid. It is present in vinegar. Acetic acid. Remember, it is present in vinegar. Pure form of acetic acid is also called glacial acetic acid. We studied before, because in winter days it solidifies easily. So we studied this all. This is equal to ethanoic acid, or other name is acetic acid. So we are going to write the structural formula. Then you will get this answer, right? What's the structural formula of ethanoic acid? So simple. Anybody? Is easy. So we are writing the structural formula. What's the structural formula? Yes, number CH3 is coming this way. This is CH3. And the next carbon atom, the structure of that functional group you must know. What's the structure of that functional group? You must know. See now. The structure of functional group you must know now. Listen, this is equal to C double bond. Sorry, students. Yes, this is equal to C double bond. It is coming C double bond O, then OH. This is a structural formula. Remember, structural formula of ethanoic acid is coming this way. CH3, C double bond O, OH. Most of the students have a wrong thing. They will not consider OH bond. Yes, O is making single bond with hydrogen. Now count the total number of covalent bonds. Can you tell me what's the total number of covalent bonds here? See, we are counting the total number of covalent bonds here. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. So total number of covalent bonds equal to 8 covalent bonds. We can say number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, 7, 8. See, we studied already one covalent bond contain 2 electrons. One covalent bond equal to 2 electrons. So 8 covalent bonds contain how many electrons? 8 covalent bonds equal to how many electrons? 8 into 2, 16 electrons. So 16 electrons are present. They are sharing 16 electrons together. So for finding total number of electrons shared, so easy shortcut. Find the total number of covalent bonds, multiply by 2. That's a shortcut for finding total number of electrons shared. Repeating, in any compound, how to find out total number of electrons shared? Find the total number of covalent bonds. Yes, no doubt. Find the total number of covalent bonds, multiply by 2. So this is total number of covalent bonds in ethanoic acid is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 covalent bonds contain 8 into 2, 16 electrons. So the total electron shared here is 16 electron. Option B, right? Option B. Complete it fast. I hope all of you got it, right? So we are moving to the next question now, which is the next question. I am asking a small question to you, right? Yes, listen. So I am asking a question. I have ethene. What's the total number of electrons shared in ethene? Just for understanding. Ethene, the structural formula we are writing, this is ethene, CH, double bond, CH. Anybody can tell me what's the total number of electrons shared in ethene? I want a response. Tell me fast. Yes, students. Tell me. Gautam, tell me. I want the answer fast. Yes. Yeah. Total number of electrons here. Tell me fast. Very good. So total number of electrons we will see here. Total number of electron we will count. So easy, student. Find the total number of covalent bonds, multiply by 2. See, we are counting. What's the total number of covalent bond here? Yes, total number of covalent bond here, it is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total number of covalent bond is 6. Total number of electron shared is equal to what? 6 into 2. That is 12 electron. Like that, you can find out total number of electrons shared in any molecule in an easy way. Find the total number of covalent bond multiplied by 2. Okay, I think hope all of you got it. So we are moving to the next question, right? Yes, very good, very good, very good. All of you responded, very good. Next one. Okay, so total number of isomers possible for hexane. That also a challenging question. What is isomers? We studied isomerism, right? Yes, we studied already isomerism. What is isomerism? We studied like that. Two or more organic compounds with the same molecular formula but a different structure, different physical and chemical properties. They are called isomers. See, same molecular formula, two or more compounds with the same molecular formula, different structure and different physical and chemical properties. They are called isomers. We studied already. I told you one funny example also in the class. Anybody is remembering? Boys, two boys at birth, we told the example. Okay, just remember that example and deliver. Okay, very easy to remember that. See now. So what is isomers? Two or more organic compounds with the same molecular formula, different structure. Due to the difference in structure, they will have difference in properties, physical as well as chemical properties. They are called isomers, and the phenomenon is equal to isomerism. Now hexane, we studied isomerism in butane, we studied isomerism in pentane, we studied even hexane. So what is the total number of isomers possible for hexane? See, this question was there in board exam once it came. They asked to draw all possible isomers of hexane. So they asked for 2 marks. Here just I made an objective question to clear that concept. Okay, so what is the total number of isomers for hexane? We can try. Hexane, you know, hexane has how many carbon atoms? Students, tell me. I want the response. Hexane has 6 carbon atoms. So first isomer, you can write it as 6 carbon atoms straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atoms straight. Not filling hydrogen. So 6 carbon atoms straight I am keeping. Yes, 6 carbon atoms straight. Second isomer, I can say 5 carbon straight and 1 branch. 5 carbon straight and 1 branch. Yes, 5 carbon straight and 1 branch. 5 carbon straight and 1 branch. Second isomer is like that. 5 carbon straight and 1 branch. This is 6. And 6 can be written as 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 means 5 carbon straight and 1 branch. Right? Now what is another isomer? Yes, another isomer possible. This branch I can keep in the middle also. This branch I can keep not at one end. I can keep branch anywhere in the middle. I can keep here, or I can keep here, or I can keep here. So another branch I am keeping 5 plus 1. I can write another structure like that. Yes, I am keeping this 5 carbon and 1 branch in the middle. This is equal to 5 plus 1 again. 5 plus 1 again, because the branch position has changed. Branch position has changed. Here branch is on second carbon. From left side it is on second carbon. Now from left side it is on third carbon. They are different. Okay, they are different, students. Think like that. Your finger position is different means entire structure will change. Same way this branch position we changed. Now if I am keeping branch position here, suppose I am keeping branch position here, that is a repetition of this molecule. So 5 plus 1 you can have 2 structure. So number 1, branch at the second carbon, branch at the third carbon. If I am keeping branch here, some students are telling, sir, shall we keep branch here? Shall we keep branch here? This one and this one same only. These two both are same. So we will not consider this. We will not consider this structure and this structure both are same only. Second position you have a branch here. Here also second position you have a branch. So we can avoid this branch. So 5 plus 1 we can avoid this branch. We will not consider. Now we can say 6 can be written as 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 means 4 carbon we will write. 4 carbon we will write. We'll keep 2 branch. That is 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 possible. 4 plus 2 possible. So 4 carbon and 2 branch is possible. And 4 carbon and 2 branch on same carbon atom also possible. 4 carbon and 2 branch on same carbon atom also possible. 4 plus 2 is possible. 4 carbon and 2 branch on the same carbon atom is possible. So these are the possible structural isomers of hexane. These are the possible structures of hexane. You can fill the valency by using hydrogen. I'm not doing that. Now they are asking this question. Total number of isomers possible for hexane. Total number of isomers possible for hexane. Count. Yes, I am counting now. This is number 1. Number 1. Yes. Number 2. Number 3. Number 3 possible. Number 4. Number 5. So total number of isomers possible for hexane, it is equal to 5 isomers. So the answer is 5. All of you can note down because it's very important. Sometimes they can ask. If it is coming, you may struggle. Just note down. You can complete the valency by using hydrogen and you can write the respective structures. It's easy, student. Just apply the logic. Okay? Complete fast. So this is the structures. 5 structures are possible. 5 isomers are possible for hexane. If you want, you can note down somewhere butane. Butane you can have 2 isomers. Butane you can have 2 isomers. Then pentane you can have 3 isomers. Pentane you can have 3 isomers. Hexane you can have pentane. You can have normal pentane, isopentane, neopentane. We studied before. Okay? Yes. Copy down. Now, hexane you have hexane. You have 5 isomers. Okay, 5 isomers. So pentane we can check now. 1 minute. What's the pentane isomers? If you want, I can go for pentane isomers. Which are the pentane isomers we will draw? Because it can come weight. We will count how many isomers are possible. We can count weight. All of you completed? Yes, I am moving to the next one. Pentane isomers. We will see how to get pentane isomers we are talking. Pentane isomers we are doing now. We'll count the pentane isomers. You already studied pentane isomers. Similar way you can find out. See now, pentane you can write 5 carbon straight and 4 carbon straight and 1 branch. 4 carbon straight and 1 branch. Then 3 carbon straight and 2 branch. 3 carbon straight and 2 branch. This is equal to 5. This is equal to 4 plus 1. This is equal to 3 plus 2. So these are the isomers possible. As I told you before, pentane can have how many isomers? 3 isomers. Note down, okay. Butane has 2 isomers. Pentane can have 3 isomers. Hexane you can have 5 isomers. When number of carbon atom increases, number of isomers also increases. There is a formula that you will study in higher level. Okay, so we are moving to the next part. Are you okay with it? Yes. So we are moving to the next question, right? Yes. Listen. The functional group present in the following compound. It's not objective, it's a descriptive question they are asking every time. Can you tell me the answer? I want your help. You know this all better. So tell me which is a functional group present in the compound A. Anybody can respond. I am waiting for your response. Functional group present in compound A. The functional group present in compound A. What is the functional group here? Tell me, students. Yes, I want a response. Very good. It is alcohol. So functional group present in this is equal to alcohol. So compound A, functional group present here, it is equal to alcohol. Okay, alcohol is the answer. Compound B, can you tell me what is the functional group present in compound B? This is what, tell me. Anybody can tell me, text me here. What is the functional group present in compound B? Yes, some people are telling alcohol, blunder. What is it? Some people are telling carboxylic acid, good. Some people are telling ketone and alcohol, blunder. Wait. So what is the functional group here? This compound has C double bond OH. C double bond OH is equal to carboxylic acid. See, I will tell you brief idea, then I will come back to this. I think some people require explanation. So if functional group is equal to X, this is equal to halogen. Okay. If functional group is equal to OH, this is coming under what? Alcohol. Okay. If functional group is equal to C double bond O, only both side valency free, both side carbon is coming under ketone. If functional group is C double bond O, then H, it is coming under aldehyde. We studied already, right? So if functional group is equal to C double bond OH, it's coming under what? Carboxylic acid. Yes, it's coming under carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Remember that. So these are the functional groups. Remember this. Key point. 100%. One question will come based on functional group or IUPAC name. 100% sure. So halogen is X. It can be chlorine. It can be bromine or like that. OH is equal to alcohol, C double bond O is equal to ketone, C double bond O H is equal to aldehyde, C double bond O with OH is equal to carboxylic acid. So remember that. Now coming back to this topic, C double bond O OH, yes, C double bond O alone is ketone. Yes, C double bond O alone is ketone. OH alone is alcohol. That is what is here. OH alone is alcohol. When C double bond O and OH together, it is equal to carboxylic acid. So compound B, functional group present is equal to carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Remember the difference. Okay. Now, what is compound C? Tell me. Compound C, C double bond O alone. Yes, C double bond O alone is equal to ketone. C double bond O alone is equal to ketone. Now, what is this? Yes, some people will struggle now. Sir, we didn't study this as functional group. Yes, alkene also considered as a functional group. Alkyne also considered as a functional group. This is carbon double bond carbon. So we can consider it as a functional group. So compound D, alkene. Alkene is the family. Okay, so compound D is alkene. Remember that. Alcohol, carboxylic acid, ketone and alkene. Over. Complete it. So we are moving to the next question. Okay. Yes, very good, very good. This is alkene because double bond carbon. Carbon double bond carbon is alkene. Can be considered as a functional group, no doubt. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. This was a previous board exam question. It came in board exam and most of the students struggled here. That is alkene. If triple bond is here, alkyne. Okay, that's it. Next one. IUPAC names of the following compounds. Can you tell me? Can you help me fast? What is IUPAC name of this compound? Tell me now. First compound, can you tell me? First compound, you have how many carbon? Yes. How many carbon? 1 carbon, 2nd carbon, 3rd carbon. 3 carbon here. 3 carbon alcohol. Anybody can tell me what's the IUPAC name of 3 carbon alcohol? We did in the class. Anybody? 3 carbon alcohol. This is alcohol. 3 carbon alcohol is equal to what? Alcohol IUPAC name. What's the IUPAC name of alcohol? We studied IUPAC name of alcohol. Alcohol, IUPAC name is alkane is the parent. Then we will remove E. Then we will add oil. We told you vowel rule, right? You remember vowel rule? Yes, alkene is ending with the vowel. Alcohol is starting ending with the oil. So we will remove the vowel and we will put oil. So the answer is alkanol. Alkanol is the IUPAC name of alcohol. Alkanol. Alkane is the parent. Alkane is the father. You are removing E from father and putting oil over there. So this is equal to alkanol, right? That's the answer. So we can say this is equal to propanol. The IUPAC name is equal to propanol. Propanol. IUPAC name of this compound is propanol. Then what is this? This is an alkene. So in your level there is no numbering. So as per the CBSE level, just telling the name only, numbering is not required. So we are doing the name. This is a 5 carbon alkene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon alkene. 5 carbon alkene is equal to pentene. 5 carbon alkene is pentene, right? So pentene. So the answer is what? Propanol and pentene. Propanol and pentene is option C. Your answer is option C. Go through it. Okay. Just study IUPAC name 100% sure. One will come. See all functional group and go back and study IUPAC name 1 sure, 100% sure. So we are moving to the next question. Okay. Yes, students. Very good. Already you told the answer. Very good. So next one. Okay. So we are doing the third one. Combustion reaction. Now we are going to chemical properties of carbon compounds. Combustion reactions are also called exothermic oxidation reaction. What is combustion reaction, students? What is combustion? I told you combustion. Combustion, I told you in the class. What is combustion? Com means what? Complete. 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 Bursted. What is the meaning of bursted? A reaction with oxygen. A reaction with oxygen. reaction with oxygen, or we can say burning, right? Yes, that is combustion. COM means complete. Bursted means reaction with oxygen or burning. So combustion means complete reaction with oxygen. You know, students, anyone is reacting with oxygen is called oxidation, right? Anyone is reacting with oxygen is called oxidation. So combustion reaction are also called exothermic oxidation reaction. All combustion reaction will release energy. Suppose I am burning paper, I am doing combustion of paper. I am burning LPG gas. Yes, I am doing the combustion of LPG gas. I am burning petrol. Yes, I am just doing combustion of petrol. So combustion involves a release of energy. Release of energy is equal to exothermic. So combustion reactions are also called exothermic oxidation reaction. Absolutely correct. No doubt about it. So combustion reactions are, you can say, involves oxidation reaction and exothermic reaction. That is correct. No doubt about it. What about this one? Tell me. During combustion reaction, oxygen is removed with a large amount of heat. What is your opinion, students? Tell me, what about reason? Oxygen is removed or oxygen is the compound is combining with oxygen. So during combustion reaction, oxygen is removed is wrong. It's a combination with oxygen. So this statement is wrong. Oxygen is removed means it's wrong. So in combustion reaction, anybody is undergoing combustion. If carbon is undergoing combustion, carbon is combining with oxygen, carbon dioxide. If methane is undergoing combustion, methane will produce carbon dioxide and water and energy. So combustion reaction is combined with oxygen, not removing oxygen. So this is wrong. So assertion, actually what is the answer? Assertion is correct, reason is wrong. Assertion correct, reason is wrong. Okay, assertion correct, reason is wrong. There is no, you can write the option as yeah, this is correct. Assertion is true, reason is false. Complete it. That's the answer. Okay, go and study that area, combustion reaction. So we are moving to the next question. Okay, see now, we are moving to the next question. Role of sulfuric acid in this reaction. I'm just winding up, just 5 more minutes. Okay, so now see, this is sulfuric acid. Can you tell me the answer now? What is the answer for this? The role of sulfuric acid. So also this we studied already before. This is very simple question. We studied. Anybody can tell me the answer? It's so easy. The role of sulfuric acid in this reaction. Tell me. Okay, very good. It is dehydrating agent. How it is dehydrating agent? We know that this is equal to ethanol. Yes, this is ethanol. Yes, this is equal to OH. We are heating it with the sulfuric acid, H2SO4, heating at 443, yeah, heating at high temperature, we can say 443 Kelvin, or simply you can say 443 Kelvin, heating at 443 Kelvin. What you will get? You will get a license to remove water. So sulfuric acid, as I told you, it's a powerful dehydrating agent. Sulfuric acid likes water. Wherever you are putting sulfuric acid will absorb water from the components. So it will be absorbing OH from here, H from here, and you will get ethene, right? You will get ethene. This reaction is called dehydration reaction. This is called dehydration, and water is going out, and sulfuric acid is acting as a dehydrating agent. This is a repeated question in the board exam. Go and study. Sometimes objective, sometimes descriptive. Remember, sometimes they may ask complete the reaction like that. Remember this. Okay, so this is very, very important. So the role of sulfuric acid in this reaction is dehydrating agent. Okay, next question. I'm moving to the next question, right? Okay, very good. So the next one we are talking about, yeah. Again, I want the answer from your side. This is also a repeated question in the board exam. Sometimes question can come descriptive, sometimes it can be objective. Can you tell me, anybody can tell me the answer? This is ethanol undergo oxidation to form ethanoic acid. Tell me the answer. Yes, students, very important. Yes, correct, it is correct. So the role of potassium dichromate in the following reaction. We know potassium dichromate, right? Potassium dichromate is a powerful oxidizing agent. Can you tell me any other oxidizing agent we are using for this reaction? It is equal to alkaline KMnO4 followed by acidification. Alkaline KMnO4 is also a powerful oxidizing agent. So this is ethanol. Ethanol upon oxidation you will get ethanoic acid. We studied propanol upon oxidation you will get propanoic acid. Butanol upon oxidation you will get butanoic acid. In general, alcohol upon oxidation you will get corresponding carboxylic acid. If you have alcohol with 3 carbon, you will get a carboxylic acid with 3 carbon. If you have alcohol with 2 carbon, you will get carboxylic acid with 2 carbon. So this is a powerful oxidizing agent. Option is C. So potassium dichromate as well as potassium permanganate are powerful oxidizing agent. Remember, this reaction is called oxidation reaction. Okay. So the next question. Yes, we are moving to the next question. Ethanol and ethanoic Ethanol and ethanoic acid is mixed in a test tube. As the reaction takes place, sweet fruity smelling substance is generated. The sweet smelling substance generated is. Can you tell me, students, we discussed even today itself, this is very important topic. Tell me, what's the answer? Anybody can tell me what's the formula of that sweet smelling substance? Yes, very good. We discussed today itself. Tell me. Yeah, it is called ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate. What's the reaction? I'm just reading the reaction. I'm just telling the reaction, remember. Okay. Yes. What's the reaction? This is equal to ethanoic acid, CH3, COOH. In this way I'm not doing the detailed way. This is ethanoic acid. This is ethanol, OH, CH2, CH3. This is ethanol. I'm treating it with a dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, I'm treating it with a dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute H2SO4. H2SO4 is behaving as catalyst here. It is behaving as catalyst. It is helping to remove water. It is a catalyst as well as dehydrating agent here. So here water is removed. We are removing water. Yes, we are removing water from here. 2 components we are removing water. I told you sulfuric acid, wherever it is here, he will remove water. If you are putting your finger in sulfuric acid, your flesh will dissolve in sulfuric acid. I told you. Our flesh is made up of what? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. From the flesh, sulfuric acid will absorb oxygen and hydrogen. Only carbon will be remaining here. So flesh will dissolve in sulfuric acid. I told you. Provided it should be concentrated sulfuric acid. So dilute sulfuric acid also can do this one. It will remove water. So we will combine these two. So after combining you will get CH3, COO, C2H or CH2CH3, right? Yes, O, CH2, CH3. This is called ester. Esters are identified by sweet smelling substance. All fruits contain ester. The smell and flavor of fruit is because of ester. So now the ester, this is the way how they are preparing ester. So we can say this is the answer. Option is C. The ester generated, we call it as ethyl acetate. The ester generated is equal to ethyl acetate or ethyl ethanoate. Other name is ethyl ethanoate or ethyl ethanoate. Okay, note down this all. Ethyl ethanoate. Okay, ethyl ethanoate. Next question. That will be the last question. So we are moving to the next question. See, students, in board exam, esterification reaction and saponification reaction is the most important question from carbon and compounds. Go back and study the esterification and saponification. It's going to come in the exam. Okay, 200% question chance. Esterification, saponification, anyone will come. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. Yes. See now, soap can form insoluble precipitate with. Can you tell me now? Anybody can tell me the answer. This is an important question. This is also related to hard water and soft water. Can you tell me the answer fast? Students, tell me. I want the answer. Yes. Yes, Jaden. Very good. What's the answer? Tell me. Soap can form precipitate with hard water. That we know. Soap can form precipitate with hard water. That we know already. So soap can form scum with hard water. Soap can form insoluble precipitate with hard water. Now which is responsible for hardness of water? Hardness of water is due to the presence of calcium and magnesium ions. So soap can form precipitate with what? Tell me. Hard water. Hard water contain calcium and magnesium ions. So soap can form precipitate with or insoluble precipitate with calcium and magnesium ions. Okay, so this is the way. So soap can form insoluble precipitate with calcium and magnesium ions. So this is very important. Just go back and study. See students, so we completed everything. So carbon and compounds is an important chapter. Actually in objective questions you can expect one question from this chapter. Descriptive there is more chance, but here we explain in such a way that we covered most of the concept. I think all of you are happy with it. So just we will see next day with another chapter. Okay, see you, bye then.